Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. My name is Nikki and I love music. So guys, welcome to This or That. It is a new series in my channel where I listen to some of Taylor's tracks, both the old recordings and the new recordings, or the TV versions, Taylor's versions, whatever you want to call it, and see which ones I prefer. And today we are starting with fan favorite Style. So the way I'm listening to these tracks is both from the perspective of a longtime Swiftie and also as someone who has worked in music for a good while now. And above all, there is a personal bias that obviously goes through these videos, and my opinion might be different from yours. Guys, that's okay, we're both gonna live. So please remember that these videos are for the sake of entertainment, and with that being said, let's get started. So back in the days when I was listening to 1989, I was a teenager, and this was one of my favorite albums that I had, and I had to listen to songs like album-wise. So I would like download an album and I would listen to the entirety of it, then I would like move on to the next one. And 1989 was one of those albums. I was listening to it every day. I remember I loved the music video for Blank Space, and I remember like I would watch the AMAs, I would watch different performances of it. So this is a very special album and very near and dear to me. In the recent years when 1989 TV dropped, I loved the whole tracks. I think it's one of those albums where I listen to the whole tracks on like, I want to say a weekly basis at least. Even a few days ago I was traveling and almost the entirety of the way we listened to 1989 TV's World tracks. So I'm also very excited because I think I've never listened to them back to back, except for that interview where the host was playing Taylor. I believe it was Blank Space TV and Blank Space the original, and she was like, oh, I can't tell the difference.
Which one am I playing now? No, I can't tell.
So I'm really excited to see where this one goes. I'm well aware that 1989 TV gets a lot of hate, but honestly I'm gonna do my absolute best to not be very biased when it comes to my childhood memories. And we have a very rainy day today, so I hope you enjoy the ambiance of the rain sound in the background. So in order to make this as fair as possible, I'm gonna be cutting each part of the song. So I will be first listening to Style TV, the beginning of it, then I'll switch to Style the original, and then I'll do the same for the other parts of the song and vote which part I like better. So I think that would be the fairest way to decide which one is my personal favorite. And without further ado, let's jump into Style TV. Take me away. The guitar riff. That was painful to stop. Oh my god, this is such an iconic song, such an iconic album. A lot of people would say this is our pop dictionary. So it is very hard to stop at the chorus and where it kind of like goes up, but I did it. I believe we listened to the first verse and pre-chorus, but allow me to double check. The thing with Style is that it is very iconic, and even the guitar is very hard to sort of like replicate. I remember when 1989 TV dropped, a lot of people were kind of complaining how they didn't like the guitar sound. So it was kind of like different from the beginning. But again, I will try to do my absolute best to put aside my personal bias and like my personal history with this album. But I just feel like it is a very hard choice to start with that and then to go back and listen to 1989, the original version. But yeah, I think I'm ready. Let's go. This is torture to me.
Midnight, you come and pick me up, no headlights. Long drive.
Guys, this is torture to me. This is not fair. I remember when the TV series dropped, a lot of people were complaining how she sounds more mature, and that really bothered me. That really annoyed the hell out of me, because I would tell my friends, like, what do you want her to do? Like, she has spent her entire life working on such a beautiful catalog, and it's been sold from under her, and now the only thing that she can do is to sort of like re-record, and here you are like bitching and moaning about how she sounds older. Like, of course she recorded these when she was younger, and there's no way for her to get her younger self and get her younger vocals and everything. So that was like a huge part of my personal bias for really defending the TV series. But to have them side by side, especially now that she owns her entire catalog and everything belongs to her, and obviously, you know, that's one of the reasons we started the comparison now. I can hear it, and I understand what my friend said. I can allow myself to hear it. And guys, this is such an iconic intro, such an iconic pre-chorus. Like, I love Taylor, I love 1989 TV, but I genuinely can't. I have to give it to the OG one. And now let's listen to the chorus.
You got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. You got that long hair slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style.
Guys, this is such an iconic chorus. I think, like, gun to my head, if I have to choose my favorite chorus out of everything Taylor has ever written. And it's very hard for me, because, like, I genuinely don't want to do favorite songs and everything, but this will be in the top 3. Like, hands down, this is perfect. The more I listen to it, the more I realize why this is such a big deal, why this is such an awesome song. So, like, I genuinely can't. This is everything to me. And something else I really want to point out, I believe I haven't listened to the OG versions of the songs in a good while, especially during the time she didn't own like her masters. I think the only song that I listened to the OG version, back then we called them the stolen versions, I want to say it was Better Than Revenge and Picture to Burn, maybe. If you know, you know. So these are very new and fresh to my ears. The day she announced that she has bought her masters back, I listened to Styles TV, I listened to Red TV, I listened to State of Grace. There were like a bunch of songs that I really missed, and I listened to those specifically. But because I had just started doing this channel back then, I was like, I'm not gonna listen to it, I'm gonna kickstart the series. And you know, with everything that went down, it took a good while. But I want to point out the OG series are very fresh to my ear, so this is what I'm used to. So I need to give it its own flowers. I think Taylor really tried to catch the lightning in a bottle again, and it's just one of those things, you know, especially with the songs that we're very used to. It obviously would be a difficult task to do, and I just want to use this moment to give 1989 TV its flowers and say we're very thankful for what it did. And I'm gonna go and listen to the OG chorus.
You got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. You got that long hair slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl face and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time, 'cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style.
So the backing vocals, I just can't. The way she's enunciating some words. Oh my god. Okay. Let me listen again, because I really need to, like, you know, make sure of something. So in 1989 TV, her vocals are not all the way front. There's a layer of music, but in the OG series, her vocals are the first thing you hear. They're all the way up front. I think that makes a huge difference for me. Personally, if I have to choose, I will go with 1989, the OG version. And again, I'm really trying my best to put the personal biases aside. I can't quite put my finger on it. Maybe it is because the vocals are a little bit more back, or maybe it's just like a tad short second different, or maybe the instrumentals are a little bit different. I genuinely don't know what it is, but there's just something about the OG version that really yells at me and is like, you have to choose me. So I'm gonna have to go with 1989, the OG version. But I'm also very curious for verse 2, because I remember as a child that was my favorite part. So it goes, he can keep his wild eyes on the road, that part. So let's go and see.
So it goes. He can't keep his wild eyes on the road. Takes me home. Lights are off. He's taking off his coat. Yeah. I say I heard, that you've been out and about with some other girl. Some other girl. He says what you heard is true, but I can't stop thinking about you. And I said I've been there too a few times.
The so it goes part till some other girl, that is verse 2, and then the next part is the pre-chorus. So as a kid, when I listened to the song, I always thought it says he's taking off his clothes rather than coat, but this was my favorite part of the song. So let's compare it with the OG one.
So it goes. He can't keep his wild eyes on the road. Takes me home. Lights are off. He's taking off his coat.
The way she said off.
I say I heard, that you've been out and about with some other girl. Some other girl. He says what you heard is true, but I can't stop thinking about you. And I said I've been there too a few times.
So with the pre-chorus is hands down the OG version, like I genuinely can. But I need to listen to the verse 2 again. There's this thing about the OG version. Her vocals seem a lot louder, especially when you listen to them back to back. I don't know, I never noticed it. Maybe because I've got earphones on and they're to the maximum volume. Don't do this at home. It's really not good for your ear. But I'm just gonna go ahead and listen to them like back to back.
So it goes. He can't keep his wild eyes on the road. Takes me home. Lights are off. He's taking off his coat.
The way she says lights are off, that kills me.
So it goes. He can't keep his wild eyes on the road. Takes me home. Lights are off. He's taking off his coat.
Okay, I just needed to make sure, and now that I've listened to them back to back, I think I have a better grasp on it. Although, the way she says lights are off is taking off his coat, like that kills me. I love that in the OG one. I think I'm gonna have to go with the TV version because I love the way her more mature vocal makes it sound more deep and makes it sound more serious. Especially listening to them like back to back, I think that'll be my favorite part. So far, we have listened to verse 1, which the OG version won. We listened to the pre-chorus, which again went back to the OG. Chorus, OG. Verse 2, I'm gonna have to give it to TV. So let's dive into the chorus.
'Cause you got that dream, daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style. You got that long hair slicked back, white t-shirt, and I got that good girl fade and a tight little skirt. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of style. We never go out of style.
This is painful to pause because it leads beautifully into the bridge. I really need to give a shout out to the backing vocals. They sound beautiful. They genuinely do. Especially on the line, you got that long hair, slicked back white t-shirt. Her backing vocals on that line specifically sound delicious.
'Cause you got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. 'Cause we never go out of
guys, I'm shocked. Listening to them back to back, I don't know why. Maybe the backing vocals really took it to another place. This is shocking me because I genuinely thought like if I like the first chorus better, I'm gonna like this chorus better as well. I was even thinking of like not listening to this part specifically, but I'm gonna have to say, surprisingly, I prefer the TV version. That's really surprising to me. I don't know, it just does something to my head, especially the second part. I think the backing vocals are stronger on TV, so I'm gonna have to give it to TV. So let's go to the bridge. This is a very classic bridge. It has one line that keeps repeating, and it's almost all the vocal and the vibe. So I'm really excited to see if I listen to them back to back, which one would I prefer more? Let's listen to that again and pay close attention because I'm gonna play it like from the last line of the chorus. Pay really close attention, please. It's very front. I don't know why. You can clearly hear it when you listen to it back to back. I believe the reason that made me really love the second chorus was because the backing vocals were all the way in the front. So that really saved it for me. But again, when we listen to the bridge, it is sort of like behind a layer of music. It's a little bit back. And I don't like it, you guys. I don't know why. Maybe because I've listened to the original version for like a very long time. Just sounds different. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Let's listen to the OG. Maybe I was wrong. So in the OG version, the vocals are all the way to the front. The backing vocals are a layer behind the OG vocals. And the bridge goes one layer further to the same place that presumably, this is again how I assume it was produced, where the backing vocals are. But the TV version is one layer behind that to me, or at least the way I'm hearing it. So I prefer this version a lot. So I'm gonna have to go with the OG one. And now we only have one part left. So let's listen to the outro.
You got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like, and when we go crashing down, we come back every time. We never go out of style. We never go out of style.
So in the TV version, in the outro, I'm not hearing that. I don't know how they mixed it. I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing it all wrong. Maybe it's me. It's all in my head. I'm the one who puts us down. But I don't know. Let me listen to it one more time.
You got that James Dean daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like, and when we go crashing down, we come back every time. We never go out of style. We never go out of style.
Okay, so I think the way they mixed and mastered this, maybe the second chorus, which I believe is like, it's done the way I like it, the way I would prefer to listen to style, is the same chorus that they used for the outro, and then they added the backing vocals on it, because this sounds beautiful to me. But I want you to pay close attention because I'll be playing them back to back. If we listen to the bridge and then play the outro, you can clearly hear how it goes one layer to the front. So just listen for it. Just the vocals. This is very weird and eye-opening to me. Let me listen to the OG version. So it's interesting because the way I'm hearing it, the OG one, the outro has a little bit of a fading effect to it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken from what I'm hearing, the lines just go a little bit lower in each line. So that's really fascinating. Allow me to listen to them back to back again. This is the OG one.
You got that Jay-Z daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. We never go out of style. We never go out of style.
Okay. And this is TV.
Daydream look in your eye, and I got that red lip classic thing that you like. And when we go crashing down, we come back every time. We never go out of style. We never go out of style.
So I don't hear that fading effect anymore. I think because the chorus or the outro, which I believe comes from the second chorus, is more in the front now. I'm gonna have to go with the TV version, but then I'm gonna have to go ahead and give the flowers to 1989, the OG version, because it is the blueprint of everything. So for verse 1, I chose the OG version. Pre-chorus, I chose the OG version. Chorus, OG. Verse 2, TV. Pre-chorus, OG. Chorus 2, I chose the TV version. For bridge, I chose the OG one. And for the last part, the outro or the chorus, I chose 1989 TV. And with that being said, I believe the OG version wins. Now, I'm very curious to see how you guys feel. Do you hear it the same way that I do? Do you agree with me or do you disagree? Which one is your favorite? So if you like this video, don't forget to give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel, leave your comment down below. And I need to point out two things. This is a new series on my channel. So from now on, every week I'm gonna be listening to the OG versions versus the TV versions. And I'm also doing a lyrical breakdown. I started with the TTPD era. So if you're interested in that, please watch the video as well. And something else that I want to mention is that these videos on YouTube cannot be monetized. So I have a Patreon where I upload these videos and I upload new videos that are only Patreon exclusive. So if you're interested in those, the link is down in my description below. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.